Hello everybody and welcome back to Building Tutorials. And today I am going to be starting a brand new build. Last episode I finished the castle here, and as you can see the villagers are exploring around. They're going to all the different shops, buying different stuff. There's apparently a bunch of slime balls here from the slimes that the iron golems have been eliminating. Which, the iron golems, they don't really seem to like staying outside. They always come inside for some reason. Let me see if I can get these guys to come outside with me, so that they can hopefully protect the villagers. So, there we go. So, they're gonna go after the slimes. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so they're gonna defend the castle from all of the slimes. So this is the throne room that I ended up building last episode. We got the big chair here where you can sit. You've got these candles over here on this table where there's a nice cake. We've got over on this side, this is the armory, so we've got all different armor. Apparently this villager's checking out the gold armor there. And then this is all of the different weapons. So we've got different goat horns that you can play. There's different weapons. Like we've got the trident here. There's bows. There's also some axes as well. So loads of different stuff there that you can use. But today I'm going to be starting a brand new build, which is going to be a treehouse. So I first got to figure out where I'm going to put this treehouse. I also want to grab some wood. So the way I'm going to do this is I want to build like a really large tree and put a house on top of the tree or on like the branches. So I'm going to grab some oak logs here. Actually, I might actually grab oak wood. Might be a better block for this. I'll probably use a combination of both of these. And then I'm definitely going to need some leaves. So I'm going to grab some leaves. You can use whatever log you want. It doesn't have to be oak wood. I'm just going to use oak wood for this build. I might even use stripped wood as well. We've also got the stripped wood. So I might use some of that as well. But I think this is going to be a decent start. I might even put some vines on the tree. But I first got to figure out where I want to put this. And I think a cool spot to put it would be over by the floating island that's over here. Because a long time ago, I built this floating island with a house on top of it. This is also where the ray tracing forest test is at. So when you walk through here, this is supposed to show like the different shadows and the lighting of the ray tracing. So this would be a really good spot to add this treehouse in. So I'm going to build it. I don't really want to put it in this spot here. There's a room over on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with building the treehouse here. I'm going to put it right here in this spot. I think it's going to be a good place to put it. And I'm going to start with building the base. So I'm going to build a pretty big tree. So I'm going to put 3 blocks like this. And then I'm going to put another 3 blocks. Actually, I'll go 6 blocks. So there's 6 blocks there. And then I'm going to go another 3 blocks like this. And then go 6 blocks along here. Alright, so there is the tree. Now, I think I've actually messed this up. This block is supposed to go here. There's only supposed to be 6 blocks. So there we go. That is the base of the tree. So this is going to be the trunk. And I'm going to build this up. I want to go pretty high with this. So this is right now 20 blocks, which is pretty close to where I was at. So I think I'm going to go 25. So that's 20. This is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 blocks high is how I'm going to build this. I think that should be a decent height. The other thing I might actually do is as the tree gets higher up, I want to bring the blocks more in so that the trunk starts out big and then it gets smaller as it reaches the top. So instead of using the oak logs here, I'm going to try using the oak wood. It's pretty much the same exact block. The only difference is instead of having this like a wood bit on the top, it's like solid like bark is the only difference between this block. So I can either go every 10 or 5 blocks and then bring this like in one more block. If I go every 5 blocks, that should be 25 blocks up there. So that means it would go in 5 blocks on each side. I don't know if that's going to be too many. I'm going to try it and see. If it is too small at the top, then we'll go like maybe only every 10 blocks. Because I don't want it to be like really small. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, which means on this block, I am going to put the tree going in one more block. All right, so there is where the tree is going to end up at the end of this. So this is actually not that bad. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of this, and I'm going to build the tree trunk up to like that point there. And every 5 blocks, I'm going to make it go in one more block. And then we'll see what it looks like once I've got that done. So I'm going to break away all these blocks because I'm going to replace them down. Okay, so I'm just about done here with building up all of the wood for the tree. I haven't actually seen what it looks like from the bottom. But from up here, it seems to be looking pretty good. For the top here, I can either keep building this up until it reaches a point, or I can just block off the top like this with the wood, and then build branches off of here that I'll put the leaves on. But this is what it looks like from the ground. If I come down here, that's the trunk of the tree, which at the moment, it doesn't really look like a tree. But once I get the leaves and some of the branches on here, it'll look a lot better. So this is where I'm going to start using the oak logs. I'm going to build some branches that come off. They're going to be 4-block branches like this. I might build like small tree houses on like some of these branches here, because I could build like a doorway right here into the tree, and then have this as like a pathway, and then have like a little house right up here on the end of the branch. That could be a cool idea. So I'm going to go ahead and just cover this in leaves here. And this will be the first kind of branch. Kind of like these trees over here. If you look at some of these like big trees, these are just regular oak trees in Minecraft. They kind of have these branches that come off. Obviously, this is a lot smaller. It's kind of hard to see, but there is like wood. Like here's a good example. You can see the branch comes out and then the leaves kind of go around it. Okay, so I've just put the leaves around the branch here. I think that looks pretty good. So now that I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and put another one up here on this side. I'm just going to put these all around the tree. This one, I'm going to build this one like a little bit shorter than the last one. And then at the top of the tree, I want to put a huge amount of leaves. So I think I'm going to start working on building that next. And then I'll probably build like a few more of these branches off camera. And then next episode is when I'm going to start working on building probably like the actual house in the tree here. Today, I just want to get kind of like the tree built. So there's another branch there for the tree. So now what I'm going to build is the leaves on the top here. Now, the way I'm going to build this, I'm going to build these like really far out. And I'm going to build it in kind of like a circle. So I'm going to go and build like a huge circle around the tree like this. And I'm going to go probably like 6 blocks out on each side. I think should be good. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from this block, I'm going to connect the trees. I think that's actually 7 blocks there. Okay, so I've connected up all of the blocks here. I ended up extending it out to 10 blocks on each side, because I think that makes it look a little bit better. So now that I've got that, I'm going to go through here and fill in this whole area with leaves. And then I'm going to build 1 block up each time. And I might actually change the way the outside is, because right now it's just kind of like a big diamond at the moment. I want to make this a little bit more like rounded, so I'm probably gonna add like a few blocks onto the sides here just to make it look a little bit more natural than just like a huge diamond on top of the tree. But the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to go 1 block up like this and then fill in all the leaves in this area here until I've reached like a probably I'll go like up 5 blocks like this. So there's 1, and then I would go up 2, and then the next one would be here. That's 3, and then we've got 4, and then this will be 5 right there, and then that will be kind of like the top of the tree. So that's how I'm going to build this up. So I'm going to go through now and fill in all of these leaves, and then once that's done, I'll come back and show you what the tree looks like. Okay, so I finished building the top of the tree here. This is what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. If we come up to the top here, I've kind of scattered around the leaves a little bit. I had to add in a little bit of wood into the tree just so that the leaves don't decay, because some of the leaves are actually decaying. So I built a little bit of wood underneath. Hopefully that'll keep the leaves from disappearing. But I've just kind of been randomly adding leaves in to make it look kind of like a treetop, and I think it looks pretty good. There's a few bits that could probably use like a little bit more leaves, like maybe right there. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good from the top here. We've also got a nice sunset here to end off the episode. Off camera, I'm going to add a few more of these branches, and then next time I'm going to work on building the actual house part. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually put in a doorway here. So these blocks, I'm going to go and break these away and have this as like the doorway. So you walk in here, and then I might have like some sort of staircase that'll kind of like spiral its way up to the top. Let me add in some torches. Maybe even these shroom lights might be pretty good to use, because this is kind of like a tree light. I'm trying to figure out what other natural light sources do we have. I think the shroom lights is probably the best one, because there is also lanterns, torches that I could use. Could even put a fireplace in, like in the middle down here at the bottom. That's not really the middle. I don't think the tree really has a good middle, but I was thinking these shroom lights might be cool to put around the tree like this. Let me get rid of the campfire and just kind of like put these around the outside of the tree like that. And then as it goes up, I'll just put some more in every block that it goes up. Like right here, I'll put 2 on each corner. And that's making the tree real bright. Can I break this? Yeah, I can break that and put shroom lights in here. So there's that. And then I can actually break away these blocks and put some shroom lights in like that. Look at that. That makes this place look so much better. Now, the one thing I do need to work on is fixing some of these logs so that they're facing straight down like that. But other than that, the tree looks really good. Once I get all these logs turned the correct direction, I think this is a pretty good looking tree. So that's going to be pretty much it for today. Next episode, I'm going to do some more work on building the actual house for the treehouse here. But I've at least got a good start to the tree. I think it looks really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, so make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.